up guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, it's time that we do our League 2 predictions, because English football is just around the corner, starting next week. So yeah, I thought it's the right time to do League 2 predictions, so yeah. So if you do enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Target for today's video is 15 likes. So anyway, if you don't agree with these predictions that I make, just comment down below, tell me where you think they'll actually finish and why. So anyway, let's start with the video. So one more thing before we carry on with the video, before we start the predictions, I've got 4 shoutouts here. Here they are on the screen, absolute legends. Anyway, let's get back into the video. Rock bottom, I put Barrow because obviously last season they finished 22nd. They survived the drop. The season before last season, they were in the National League. I think this was their first ever time in League 2 last season. Obviously, from going to the National League, playing against like Weymouth and Altrincham and all that, to go into League 2, playing against like teams like Swindon and Wimbledon and all that, it's a massive step. It's a massive step. So I don't think they'll be good enough. I reckon they'll go down. So for 23rd, I put Carlisle. Obviously, in the middle of the season, they were in the relegation zone, and they have the best season that they were expecting. And yeah, obviously they finished 21st, and I think they'll face the drop as well. Obviously, last season they were lucky, but this time I reckon they'll go down. So for 22nd, I put Grimsby. Congratulations to them from winning the playoffs, but I reckon they'll finish 22nd. So the last time they were in the Football League was in the 2021 season, so they only had one season in the National League. I think that they won't do well this season. Obviously, they're making the signings that they want to, but it's not the signings that they need. Obviously, some predictions that I've done before, like with Brighton, when I've done the Premier League predictions last year, I predicted them to finish 19th, they finished 9th. So I might be proved wrong with Grimsby here. So 21st is Harrogate, and the reason I put Harrogate is, in my opinion, I think they're probably the most tin pot club in League 2. I looked at the squad, and they haven't got the right squad for them to probably do well in League 2. They have the squad to stay in League 2, but not to do anything with in League 2. So 20th, I put Stevenage, and the reason behind this is because the past 7 years they haven't had their best seasons. They've only stayed in League 2, and in the past 7 years their highest position was 10th. And this is something that I'm going to be, I think is going to continue for the season, because they've been pretty quiet in the transfer window. So yeah, so that's why I put them 20th. And in my opinion, I think that's where they belong in League 2. I don't think they belong in League 1. I really don't think they'll belong in the National League either. I think League 2 is the right league for them. So for 19th, I put Hartlepool. Some people have predicted them to finish higher, but me, I put them 19th because obviously last season they had their return into League 2, and they done alright. And I think they'll be one of the type of clubs that they'll have like 2 or 3 seasons in a row where they finish in the same spot. So yeah. So for 18th, I put Leyton Orient, and some of you might be thinking, why am I not putting them higher? Obviously, some people, I've been watching some people's predictions for League 2, and some of them have put them higher, but I really don't see that. Like, I've looked at their signings, and their best signing was George Monker. I think that's their only good signing, and in my opinion, if this is going to be like this, if it's going to stay the same for the rest of the transfer window, I don't think it's going to be enough for them to do well in this season. Obviously, we've got the transfer window, but for now, the time I'm recording, I don't think it's enough for them to do well. So 17th, we've got Rochdale. Last season, obviously they came into League 2 after getting relegated in League 1, from League 1, and I never expected them to finish as low as they did. But this is something that I think will happen again. So far, the time I'm recording, they've made 8 signings this season, but I don't think it's enough. But I could be proved wrong. Obviously, 8 signings could be enough to get you promoted, but with the signings that they've made, I don't think they'll do alright. So for 16th, I put a team that's been relegated down to League 2 from League 1, bottom of the league, through Alexandra. Obviously, they've had the season in League 1, and that goes to show they don't belong in League 1. Obviously, congratulations to them getting promoted to League 1, but I don't think they belonged in the league. And obviously, they'll want to bounce back into League 1, but I don't think it will happen. They've only made 5 signings this summer so far, and obviously I don't think it's enough with the players that they signed. Obviously, some people might be expecting them to finish probably playoffs or even automatic promotion, but I really don't see it at all. So for 15th, I put Sutton. Obviously, last season they were really unlucky. 2 seasons ago, they got promoted into League 2, and then nearly made it up to League 1 if they made it to the playoffs, but obviously they didn't. And in my eyes, it was really unexpected. They've made 7 signings, and I've not heard of a single player. I think only one of them that they signed was in the, 1 or 2 signings, or maybe 3, were in the Football League. You've played in the Football League. The other 4, they've played in Sunday League. I've never heard them in my life. And they've also let 2 of their good players go, like Dean Buzani, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Stuart Nelson. But yeah, I don't think that they'll do as well as last season. Obviously, there's some teams where they do absolutely unexpected, do work better than they expected one season, and next season they'll just collapse and just be where they were expected. So for 14th, I've gone for Newport County, and you guys might be thinking, why am I putting them so low? In the past 3 or 4 seasons, they were finishing mid-table, except from 2021 season when they finished in the playoffs. Other than that, they were just finishing mid-table. And the positive side of it, they've made 10 signings in the season, but the worst thing about it is that they got rid of their best player, Dominic Telford. And they only finished 11th when he was top scorer last season. So if without him, they probably would have been lower, like near the bottom of the table. So without him, I think they'll struggle this season. So we're now on to 13th. I put Mansfield. Last season, they lost a game in the playoff final 3-0 against Port Vale. But they have been quiet in the transfer window, and they've let 12 of their players go. And they've only made 5 signings, which could actually cause them problems, especially if a few of the 12 players were their main players. But obviously, we still got a lot of time left in the transfer window, so I could be proved wrong once again. So for 12th, I put Tranmere. So in the first half of the season, I actually thought they were alright, and then I really don't know what happened in the second half. They just collapsed they just fell down the table. But unless they get something sorted, I don't think I think they'll finish mid-table, and I don't think they'll be battling for the top 7. So for 11th, I put a newly relegated Gillingham. Obviously, they'll want to bounce back to League 1 after having a long time into League 1. After they've had a long time in League 1, and I don't think it'll be the season when they get promoted. I definitely think that they'll get promoted to League 1, but I don't think this season will be the season. It might be probably next season or 3 seasons. I really don't know. So far in the transfer window, Gillingham made 10 signings, but I think only one of them could probably do the job for the Gillingham, and that could cause problems and all. Obviously, they still have loads of time left for the transfer window, like every other team, but for now, I think they'll finish 11th. So we're on to 10th place now, and I've predicted Bradford to finish 10th. Last year they finished 14th, but I think they'll be one of them clubs where every single season they'll just go up and up and up in the table until they get promoted. I think they'll be one of them clubs. So like Forest Green. They've made loads and loads of signings, 15 signings to be exact, and most of them are really, really good, but I don't think, like I just said, I think they'll just rise up and up the table every season until they get promoted. But they could be in a better position than I predicted, but yeah, that's what I think will happen. So we're on to 9th now, and I've predicted Walsall. The reason I predicted them higher than what they were last season is because obviously they got their massive transfer, which would probably see them in the Championship in 3 years' time, or maybe the Premier League. It's a £13 billion pound takeover, so I think they're the 2nd richest team in England now. But for this season, I don't think they've made the best signing, so I reckon for now, they'll stay in League 2. I really don't get it though, because they have all this money. Like, they could sign probably Championship quality players and League 1 quality players, but the question is, will they want to play in League 2? It's not an excuse though. Walsall should sign better players. But maybe if they sort themselves out and sign better players, I reckon they'll finish higher. For 8th, I put Salford. Obviously, loads of people have high expectations for them to go promoted this season, but for this season, I don't think that they'll get promoted. They've had an alright transfer window so far, but with the squad that they have now, I don't think that it will be enough for them to make it to the playoffs or even the automatic promotions for that matter. So we're gone to 7th now, and I've put Doncaster. And the reason behind that is because obviously they'll want to bounce back into League One, but I don't see that. I reckon they'll probably go up, but not through automatics. Maybe the playoffs. They've only made 6 signings so far, and out of all the teams, I've really thought that Doncaster would make the most signings, but obviously that's wrong. They've only made 6, but that could cause some problems. So so a few weeks ago I was actually predicting them to be like near the top of the league, but then looked how many signings they've made and all that, and what's going on behind closed and what's going on behind the scenes. So with like the signings and all that, I should put them lower. So we've got 6th place, which is Stockport. First of all, congratulations to Stockport getting promoted. And for this season, everybody has really high expectations. I looked at what the odds are for Stockport to go up, and chances of Stockport going up according to all these betting websites and all that. And I completely agree with this because obviously I think they'll be really big underdogs for the season, and yeah, and it'll be really good as well if we see back-to-back promotions with them and all. But most people have said that they'll go up through automatics. Me, I don't think they'll do that. They'll probably want to settle into League Two first before trying to go into League One straight away. But I reckon they'll finish in the playoffs. And also another reason I put them 6th as well, because there's so many other good teams that could finish above them, like AFC Wimbledon, Swindon. So yeah. So that's why I put them 6th. So for 5th, I put Northampton. Obviously, last season they were so unlucky after they won their last game against Barrow, but that left Bristol Rovers having to win 7-0 against Scunthorpe, and they did do that. So obviously, Northampton went down to the playoffs and they lost that. But I really think they'll do that. But the squad that they have is a really good quality squad, and I reckon they'll I reckon they'll be one of the contenders to try and get back up to League One. They've made 8 signings so far in the transfer window, but with the signings they made, obviously that will make them help them finish in a higher position. So for 4th, you guys might be shocked about this, but I put Crawley. But I really do think they'll be a big underdog for League Two, especially with the bookies predicting them to finish really low. They've made transfers like obviously Dominic Telford from Newport. He done absolutely amazing last season, so I could probably do the same with Crawley. And also they signed obviously Swindon's defender Dion Conroy. And I looked at it with the squad that they have now. I really think they'll cause problems with other teams. So for 3rd place, you guys might be wondering why I put them, but I put Colchester. So I've been thinking of this a really long time. Like these past seasons, I didn't do videos or predictions, but I really did think that they'll get promoted. Obviously, I've been to watch Colchester, not away but at home, a few times, and Colchester, their squad, the style of play and everything is so good. They've got one of the best goalies in the league, which is I forgot his first name, but his last name's George. Against Swindon, he was absolutely outstanding. They may be quiet in the transfer window, but so far. But I reckon this season there's a great chance for them to shock people, especially with the teams that are in the league like Doncaster, Gillingham, AFC Wimbledon, all them. So for 2nd place, I put Swindon. I try not to be biased in this video, but in my opinion, I really do think on paper now Swindon is a League One quality team. Obviously, if you watch my videos, I did say this in like last video and the last 2 or 3 videos, but it is true though. And this season we've probably had one of the best transfer windows we've had in a long time, and it's not even over yet, so we still have loads of time to make all the signings that we want. Some of these signings include like Reece Devine, Saidu Khan, Kieran Brennan, Tom Clayton. That's only naming 4 of them. There's so many good signings that we made that can really be crucial for this season. I reckon they'll finish 2nd, and for 1st place I put AFC Wimbledon. In my opinion, despite them actually getting relegated last season in League One down to League Two, I thought they were alright. I thought this squad is. I think that the squad's good already now, so that's why I think they'll bounce straight back up into League One. They only made 5 signings, but it's understandable because the squad's already that good to make them go back into League One. And with what they got already, I think they'll cause problems. So that's all the predictions there, guys. If you're still watching this video now, thank you for watching. And like I said earlier in the video, if you do agree with some of them, tell me what you agree with, and if you don't agree with them, just comment down below. Obviously, some League 2 fans watching this, they won't agree with what I say, but obviously, that's what I think. Obviously, you guys will think different. Thanks for watching. If you do enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Like and subscribe to the channel. What our like target for this video is 15 likes. So anyway, have a great day. You know what to do. Chill.